All right. So I was just in my room trying to think, emphasis on trying. See, what I don't understand is how are you getting stupider? How are you getting more stupid? Right? You would think if you saw someone smart, right? You would think you would try to study this person and then you try to copy the attributes, the good attributes. I hear Catherine cussing me out. I hear Nicole cussing me out. I hear everybody cussing me out. When have you ever seen me cuss out someone? When have you ever seen me cuss out someone? Where did you learn that from? It's not from someone intelligent. It's clearly not from someone intelligent. Intelligent people don't do that. It's like your idea of intelligence is like the lowest form of intelligence. It's like being a hipster. That's your idea of intelligence. Right? If I hurt someone, it makes me look intelligent. If I hurt someone, it makes me look intelligent because I feel powerful. Because I feel powerful. If I hurt someone, it just makes me feel intelligent. I'm not actually intelligent. It feels that way. Right? That's one thing. But I don't understand how you're getting more. So I understand you don't know what intelligence is, right? I don't understand how that thing is expanding. How is it getting worse? I understand if you do it once. I understand. Like you do it once, I get it. I do bad stuff once, right? In college, there was a phone that was lying on the seat, and I just took it. And it actually rang. Someone probably called it to see if someone picked it up while I was talking to an old high school friend, and I was embarrassed. And I was like, I'll never do that again. I will never do that again. So it's okay to do it once, to be stupid once. How is it so consistent? Every time I critique these kids, all I hear back is an F you. That's all I hear back. They're not embarrassed about it. They're not ashamed about it. They're not embarrassed. So I don't know. I don't get how one situation expands to more. I don't get that. I get if you do it once. You're a kid, you're 19, you don't know any better. I get that. I don't get how it keeps going on. That's what I don't know. Why is it in motion? So, based on Newton's law, it has to be pushed into motion, or else it stands still. Like one incident, it stands still. So, my one incident, something pushed it the opposite direction. Right? I did it, but then when I got embarrassed, it pushed it the opposite direction. So I know embarrassment is the identifier not to do it again. Embarrassment. Every time you're embarrassed, don't do that again. That is the stop sign that tells you to stop. These kids are not embarrassed. They're not embarrassed at all. So there's nothing to stop them. It's like a car with no brakes. It's like going 100 miles per hour, no brakes. There's no way to stop these kids from being more stupid. You would think being embarrassed would stop you, but they're not. They're not embarrassed at all. They're not ashamed. They're not embarrassed. They're even proud of it. So I know for myself, it's okay to do a bad thing once, right? Just to figure out if it's bad or not. And the second I feel any embarrassment, I know, okay, I'm never doing that again. Right? I look for the embarrassment. I'm like, okay, where's the embarrassment? Once I feel it, I'm like, I'm never doing that again. Right? So for Nicole and Catherine, like Nicole's like, I'm not embarrassed. What I did to men, what I did to everyone, yelling at them, I'm not embarrassed. I'm proud of what I did. I'm proud of what I did. Why? How do you know she's proud of it? She's arguing her case. She's proud of it. She's not embarrassed. So I call her a racist. I call her all these things. And what I hear back, I'm proud of what I did. F you. I'm proud of what I did. F you. That's what I hear back. That attitude where I'm proud of what I did. I didn't do anything wrong. F you. You're wrong. Right? I give her the heavy embarrassment. You're a racist. You put children in danger. I put all the heavy embarrassment in there. Those are embarrassing things. Any normal person would be embarrassed and go, you got me. I'll never do it again. You got me. Any normal person would think that. It's like, oh my goodness. I did not know I did that. I apologize and I'll never do it again. Any normal person. I keep repeating it for a reason. I try to embarrass her for a reason. So she knows that it's bad and she needs to stop. But all I hear back is this attitude of F you. That's all I hear back. Catherine the same way. I criticize her. Don't put young girls in danger. Don't do this. Don't do that. F you. That's what I hear back. F you. Either I don't know what is causing them not to be embarrassed, or I don't know what this stronger gravity is. Because it's stronger than embarrassment. So whatever this gravity is, it's stronger than embarrassment. Right? And you're like, what's the difference with men? Men doesn't have that gravity. It's like men's planet size is like this small. He doesn't have that gravity. So men's floating around. It's like his painting. He's just floating around. He doesn't have that gravity. Whatever the gravity that is that you have, it's massive. It overrides embarrassment. It overrides embarrassment. And it looks like it's spinning really fast. It's in motion. Right? Me, I'm like a moon. I don't even spin, but I go slow. And on the moon, you're floating around. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm always floating. Like I don't have this gravity. So when embarrassment comes, I feel it. Every time I get embarrassed, I feel it. And I pay attention. With them, it's like this massive planet that is rotating like this really fast. Like a gas planet. And they don't feel embarrassment. Because they're huge and they're rotating really fast. I don't know what it is. I know mass creates gravity, but I don't know what that mass is. but it's massive. It's massive. I call her a racist. I call her um harming a baby. I do it over and over, and she doesn't feel it at all. She doesn't feel it at all. She even has attitude to come back at me. She doesn't feel it at all. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's emotional intelligence. I don't know what it is. Right? So I'm sitting in my room and I'm just going off. Come on, get embarrassed. At least feel the embarrassment. They don't feel it. None of them do. That's why they play with a dead baby. They don't feel that embarrassment. Right? So I keep telling them that you're playing with a dead baby. You're playing with a dead baby. I'm an adult now. Like I can make choices now. But when I was a baby, you're playing with a dead baby. They're like, um, we're not monsters. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? You see what I'm saying? Like they don't get it. You're not supposed to play with a dead baby. They don't feel embarrassment at all. They're proud of it. All of them. They're on Earth joking around like, yeah, we're just messing with men. They don't feel any embarrassment. And I don't know what it is. Like I'm fine. Like I'm an adult. I can make my own choices now. But I don't know what it is. I don't get it. I know the one thing I know is mass creates gravity. I know that, and they have a lot of it. They have a lot of gravity. I don't know what that mass is. Like, is it ignorance? Is it lack of education? Like, what is it? What is it? And I'm searching my brain trying to find it, and I can't find it. I don't know what it is. Is it lack of emotional intelligence? Lack of friendship? Lack of love? Lack of what? What is it? Right? And that's what I'm stuck on. Where I'm like, what is that? I know I don't have it. I feel like I'm in space floating. So anything that touched me, I'm flying. So anything that embarrassed me, I feel it fast. So I know I don't have that mass. I feel like I'm floating. But them, they stick to it, right? Anytime you try to move them away from it, they're like, no, don't move me. Right? So their gravity is heavy on it. Whatever it is. Whatever it is, their gravity is heavy. They're stuck on it. It's like being at the bottom of the ocean. They feel the mass of it. They're like, don't try to move me. Don't try to move me. Right? So whatever it is, it's heavy on them. And I can't put a finger on it. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm like, is it shyness? But I've already gone over shyness. Like, I've gone over shyness to the letter Z. Like, there's nothing else to talk about with shyness. So I'm like, and they still don't budge. Even though I explain it to the letter Z, right? Spell it out for them. It must not be shyness. Cause that FU, that ain't shy. That attitude of FU, that's not shy. So if I explain it to the letter Z, right? Spell it out for them, right? To the letter Z, and they still have that attitude, it must not be shyness. It must be something else. And I don't know what it is. It could be ignorance. It could be lack of comprehension skills. It could be lack of skills, life skills. But I don't understand how it's moving. Like, is it spinning? Is it growing? Because that's a different. Spinning is different from growing. The universe is growing. Jupiter is spinning. There's a difference. So I don't know if it's spinning or if it's growing. Um, but whatever it is, it's heavy, and I can feel it like on their mind. It's heavy, like they just can't get off that planet because it's so heavy. It pushes them down. Um, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's comprehension skills, like literary, 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 literary. I can't say that word. Literary. Is it literary skills? Literary skills. Um, but it's bad, man. Whatever it is that they have, it's pretty severe. Like the second you hear racism, you should be running. The second you see harming a baby, you should be running. The second you see harming young girls, you should be running. And they're not. They're proud of it. I don't I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just like, what is that? How are you not ashamed of that? How are you not embarrassed? Um and I just can't put a finger on it. I don't know what it is. Like, is it comprehension skills? Reading comprehension skills? Is it life comprehension skills? Is it how you were raised? Is it ignorance? Um Whatever it is, it's massive. And it's moving. Whether it's spinning or it's growing, it's moving. It's because something's standing, you can see when something's standing still, right? Like a child breaks a pencil and you say don't do that, and they're like, "Oh, right." That's that's something that's standing still. Like you do it once and you're like, "Oh, I'm not going to do it again." But this attitude, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again and again and again." It's like, what is that? But for and for what happened at in college for me, I was 19. Like I'm not gonna know what to do if it's not my strength, right? That's just creating a club and all that. That's not my strength, so I'm not gonna know how to do it. So you can beat me over the head all you want. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna. It's not gonna click it's just not my strength, right? So the professors can beat me over the head all they want. It's not coming out. That's not my strength, right? Like I'm good with acrylic paint, but I'm bad with oil paints. So you can beat me over the head to work on oil paints all you want. I'm just not going to be good at it. It's just not my skill. And I'm 19. So I'm not going to know any better. So if you don't give me advice at 19, I'm just not going to know. So it's your fault. That's all the professor's fault because I asked for help. I literally asked for help. Like, do you see any weaknesses? Help me. And you just toss me into the ocean and let me drown. You just tossed me in the middle of the ocean and let me drown. So that's all your fault. Because I told you I was 19 and I don't know any better. I told you my weakness. So that's not my fault. Um, but yeah, with the other kids, um, or it could be stupid. It could be stupid. I like how that sounds. Like you're like stupidity might be a mental condition. It might be a severe mental condition. Like you're severely stupid. And how stupid gets in motion, I don't know. But it looks like you can get even more stupid. But you can be born stupid. Like, so the definition, the original definition of stupid, I think is like a mute, like someone who doesn't know how to talk. So so originally, someone who's stupid is someone who can't speak correctly. And it looks that way. The FU and they just can't speak correctly. Right? There's just like a disconnect in their brain from their comprehension to their motor skills. There's a disconnect. They're stupid, which makes them stupid. And if that stays disconnected, it looks like they get dumber. They get even more stupid if it stays disconnected from their comprehension skills to their motor skills, which is speaking. It looks like they get more stupid. So I think that's what it is. I think they're just born stupid. And then if they don't fix it, their comprehension skills to their motor skills, if they don't fix it, it actually expands. So it's not spinning, it actually expands. So you get even more stupid. That's what I'm thinking. So so how does to disconnect expand? It's like because there's brain waves, right, in the brain. And as it's moving, if there's no connection, it'll move apart. Like that. Because your brain is always moving. So there might be other strong areas, like they might be strong in sports or whatever it is, and that keeps the brain active, brain waves. And then the inactive, it will move it away instead of moving it together, which is what this part of the brain is doing. Is like it's moving like this and it's getting stronger. It's the connection is getting stronger and it's moving like this together, more together. This over here, because it's not connected and so weak, it moves apart. So you get more stupid. So you have to work on that. You have to work on that weakness, right? To get it stronger. So that all that movement around your brain, around your talents, doesn't move the weak areas away. So you need to be aware of your weakness. So when people criticize you, call you a monster, call you harming a baby, call you a racist, you need to listen. Go, oh, I didn't know that. You know, I need to study that so I can build that, so I can understand that, and I build that stronger. Because there's a disconnect. I didn't know I was racist. I didn't know I harmed a baby. I didn't know I was a monster that, plays with dead babies. I didn't know. So you need to listen to when people critique you and go, nope, that's bad. Stealing is bad. Throwing men in the ocean, that's bad. You need to listen when people say it's bad. Because people never tell a good person they're bad. They never do. When men's a genius, everyone calls him a genius. They don't go, oh, that person's stupid. They never do. So when you're stupid, they call you what you are. You're stupid. Don't get an attitude and go, well, your mom. Don't do that. When people call you something, that's what you are. A racist, harming a baby, playing with dead babies, harming little girls, endangering little girls. When people call you these things, that's what you are. You need to listen and build that connection. You need to listen, not attack. You need to listen. It's like, oh, you're right. Just like when men stole that phone and the embarrassment, it's like, men, you're wrong, you're wrong. Men's like, you're right, that's wrong. I'll never do it again. Right? So you need to listen when people call you a monster, a racist, because you are. Because when you're good, people will call you that too. Like, Nicole is very talented in language. Catherine's really talented in basketball. They'll say it. But they'll also say what you're bad at. You need to listen to that too. Not just enjoy the good, you need to enjoy the bad as well. So that you're like, oh, yeah, yeah, help me out so I can fix it, so I can build that stronger. So, me, I don't even listen to the good. Like, I know I'm good. I don't need to hear any more of it. I want to hear the bad. What am I bad at? So that I can build that stronger. So I never listen to the good. Never do. I only listen for like critiques on what I'm bad at. So I can work on that to build that stronger. So I think that's what it is. Because of all that motion, the weaker areas are not connecting. And it expands. And you get more stupid. Right? You need to pause it, listen, and not focus on the strength. Focus on what people are critiquing so that you can build that stronger. So I think that's my hypothesis, and that's my hypothesis of what's going on. You're actually born stupid. Like, you don't have the connection from communication to motor skills. You're actually born weak in that area, and then you're born stupid. And if you don't strengthen that, you get even more stupid. So that's my hypothesis, that that you actually are born with weak areas of the brain. So that's what stupid is like weak areas of the brain. And if you don't strengthen it, you actually get more stupid because of all that motion in your brain. You actually get more stupid. So again, my hypothesis is you are born with weak areas of the brain, and that's called stupid. And because of all your talents and your motion in your brain, if you don't build that weak area, you'll grow apart and you get even more stupid. All right. So you need to listen when people go, "Hey, you're not educated. Hey, you're not sophisticated. Hey, you're not whatever." You need to listen to that and go, "Oh, I need to fix that." You need to listen. All right.